Confirmed and non-confirmed characters who will be appearing in Marvel's next project, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Cosmic Culture, the channel where we talk all things major movie and television news, theories, breakdowns, and much, much more. I'm your host Chris, and we are in Phase 5 officially. Congratulations, Phase 4, Marvel's newest building phase, has come to an end, and the multiverse saga is about to kick off in high fashion with Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. We've gotten a few trailers and some exclusive clips that were shown at different Comic-Con events, and we've got a pretty decent idea what the main plot point of this movie is going to be. We also have a really good idea as to most of the characters who will be showing up and the roles that they will be playing, the characters that they will be playing, and in some cases, actors that will be showing up, but not necessarily the characters that they're going to be playing. So we're going to cover all of those in today's videos. If you haven't already, consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the other major movie and television news updates we'll be doing here daily on the channel. You can also follow me on my socials, Instagram at Chris M. Rosser and Twitter at TheCultureChris. Links to both of those are in the description down below. While I have you, let me know, are you excited for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania Phase 5, the beginning of this new era in the multiverse saga, as we finish up 2022 and head into 2023? And I might be even more curious to find out what Phase 5 project you guys are most excited to see. Alright, February 17th, 2023, the release date for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is just a little more than 2 months away, and it's time that we have some good chats about this movie as we lead up to it, and we have some excitement. So expect a lot of videos on it, but here we are. Number 1, Scott Lang, played by no other than Paul Rudd. Now, we've seen him in the trailers. His name is on the title, he's in the posters. We all know this character is going to be showing up. It's a bit of a no-brainer. But what will happen to Ant-Man in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania? Since he has a clear line of successors, all who could be either young Avengers or proper-sized Avengers when we get to that point in the MCU where Avengers are returning, there are a lot of question marks around Paul Rudd's potential inclusion in the future of the MCU beyond here. And yes, it's been hinted a few times that maybe Paul Rudd could be sacrificing himself and his character Ant-Man at some point in this movie, and this could be the climax of Ant-Man, leading to a short end after a sacrifice that allows his family and others to live on. Now, we did hear today from Kevin Feige that this is the ultimate climax of Ant-Man in the MCU, so it only goes downhill from here for Ant-Man, who we've seen now in 3 movies and has shown up in Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame, and other Marvel projects as well. So it's a character we've gotten to know very well, we've all come to love very well, and it could be farewell for Scott Lang in this movie. We also have Hope Van Dyne, who will be played by Evelyn Lilly, and we're all very familiar with her as well. She's also a title character, Ant-Man and the Wasp. She will be playing the Wasp. And seeing that the movie hasn't come out yet, there are a lot of different question marks, kind of like with Paul Rudd, about who will be moving on to the new phase of the MCU and who will be passing on the torch. Obviously, Hope Van Dyne is kind of either way. She can either take that mantle of Ant-Man or take that role of somebody lost in the quantum realm or sacrificing themselves in order to allow the new generation to roll in. And with the way that the MCU is going right now, that's a huge possibility, which brings us to the next generation, Cassie Lang, who now will be played by Kathryn Newton. This, of course, is Scott's daughter, now played by Kathryn Newton, as opposed to previous actress Emma Furman, who showed up in Avengers Endgame. She appears to be part of all of the action, as we've seen in the trailer so far, directly being involved with them all getting sucked into the quantum realm again, and she will have her own superhero moments, as she will be showing up as Stature or Stinger, and that has not been confirmed for us in the trailers or outside of the trailers to this point. Also confirmed by the trailers and everything we know about Ant-Man, Janet Van Dyne and Michelle Pfeiffer playing that role, returning to really kind of push the plot forward. It seems like she has a secret that she hasn't shared from her time in the quantum realm. If you recall to earlier Ant-Man movies, a big part of it was trying to save Janet Van Dyne from being in the quantum realm. She was trapped and they needed to get her, and they did. But there's some dark secrets apparently that she hasn't shared, And some of this hidden key information about her time in the quantum realm will kind of build the center of the plot. Maybe she knew Kang, made a deal with Kang, dated Kang, I don't know. Whatever it's going to be super, super cool. And I'm excited to find out more about Janet's time in the quantum realm. Number 5 on our confirmed list is Hank Pym. Michael Douglas will be returning to play Hank Pym. Again, an older character, a legacy character now in the MCU from the Infinity War days. He will be returning and trapped with everybody in the quantum realm as well. He's an undeniably important character for the Ant-Man franchise. Him, Janet, Hope, Scott Lang, they're all together a big family. And Cassie's coming along to learn a little bit more about being a superhero and possibly an Avenger one day. Next on our list, now leaving the main cast, but also we'd all consider him pretty important to the Ant-Man franchise, Jimmy Woo, played by Randall Park. Jimmy Woo is a character a lot of people fell in love with during his appearances, not only in Ant-Man, but also in WandaVision. He is a very important, and I'll call him a background character. He's not necessarily a superhero, but he is an agent that everybody loves to see. He's got a lot of really cool tricks up his sleeve, and I'm curious to hear what his story is and any continuation that there might be on the Jimmy Woo side of things. An extremely important character not only to the Ant-Man storyline, but to the future of the MCU in Phase 5, Kang the Conqueror, played by Jonathan Majors. Now, we were introduced to a variant of this character, He Who Remains, also played by Jonathan Majors, earlier on in Loki Season 1, when Sylvie decided that she was sick of him and wanted to end his life. Well, that's what sparked the multiverse going into not only mayhem, but existence. Previously, in the MCU, there was just one sacred timeline, and anything that sprang off of that, creating potential multiverses, was handled by Kang's, or He Who Remains, TVA. Well, that all came to an end as He Who Remains was killed and replaced by a different Kang the Conqueror. I believe, and I am very, very sure when I say this, we will be seeing multiple different Kang the Conquerors in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. What do I mean by that? Well, it was explained kinda simply by He Who Remains and Loki. There are many, many variants of everybody within the multiverse, and He Who Remains was there to keep other bad variants of himself from coming and trying to rule that very multiverse. And if you were to get rid of him, well, they're gonna come, and come they did. But it looks like we're gonna have some type of multiversal war, or the continuation of one, in the quantum realm, and Ant-Man and company are going to find themselves smack dab in the middle of it. It seems like a lot of the conversations we've seen from the trailers have to do with a different Kang the Conqueror, not the main antagonist of Ant-Man and the Wasp, who has the big city and the army, but a different Kang variant coming to, we'll say, ask for help from Ant-Man, although it does seem like there might be a little bit of threatening involved and not simply asking for help but demanding it, potentially at the peril of his own family. Now, the high action-packed trailer doesn't necessarily give us many intimate details about the plot, but it does in many ways show us that we're going to spend a lot of time in the quantum realm, and we're going to get to know Kang very well in various different forms and variants. So I'm very excited for that part because it is a huge plot pusher not only for Ant-Man and his storyline, but for the entire MCU, since we've been waiting to find out more about Kang since Loki Season 1's finale, and here we finally are. The next MCU project will be a huge bump in the multiverse saga. Moving on from there, we also know about two characters who haven't necessarily been confirmed. One is an actor, Bill Murray, who showed up in the trailer, who's playing an unknown Marvel character. So in this instance, the actor is confirmed, the character not necessarily. And again, we saw Bill Murray show up in an Ant-Man trailer. Now, from exclusive footage that was shown during D23, so this wasn't released to the public, it has also been confirmed that Bill Murray's character knows Janet Van Dyne and even thought that she was dead. So wherever Bill Murray's character is hanging out, whether it's some type of rebel or refuge city, or if it's the main city where Kang is currently residing with his army, well, we're going to learn more about that area since Janet is well familiar with what's happening there. We can also talk about MODOK, which in this case is a character who has been confirmed, but we don't have an actor confirmed to go along. Corey Stoll is currently rumored to be playing the role, and yes, MODOK has made a brief appearance in montage footage during the exclusive release from D23. So the character's been seen, but only briefly, very quickly, nothing anybody could make out. In fact, the character was seen with a covered metallic design. So that's how it was described. So yes, MODOK is confirmed as well. Also confirmed recently by a promotional standee, Kurt, played by actor David Dastmalchian, who you might remember from Ant-Man, or maybe remember David from his role in Suicide Squad and many other places. Originally, he had denied any returning to the MCU, but it was confirmed on a promotional standee that he is involved. If you don't remember who Kurt was, he ran the hacking end of Scott, Dave, and Lewis's past heists, as well as being a founder of XCon Security Consultants. We also have confirmed information that William Jackson Harper will be making his MCU debut in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. A lot of people were believing that he might be playing Reed Richards. However, everything we're also hearing has denied this claim, but he will be playing the leader of the Rebels group inside the Quantum Realm during the fight against Kang. That's how his role is described. Could be a huge lie, and maybe he is playing Mr. Fantastic in the MCU, but for now, we'll just go along with what we've been told. The leader of the Rebels group inside the Quantum Realm that has to fight against Kang. We're also getting Caddy O'Brien, coming from the newly revealed theater standee. If you remember, she played Kimball on several episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s final season, and now has been cast in an unknown role in Quantumania. The odds of her reprising her S.H.I.E.L.D. role are close to none, but you really never do know with the Quantum Realm. Maybe somehow from S.H.I.E.L.D. she got stuffed into the Quantum Realm and she'll make a connection there, which might lead to bigger and crazier things. However, I'm going to go ahead and say she's just playing a different MCU character, and what happened in S.H.I.E.L.D. was kind of on the outside, as it has been since the very beginning. And no, I don't need everybody storming to the comment section and saying Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is canon, because guys, it's just not, okay? We're going to move on from that. So there are also potentially hidden characters in Ant-Man. Lewis, played by Michael Pena. Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson, always able to make an appearance. Not really sure why he would in this one, but there are those options as well. Of course, also any Avengers, past or present or future, any type of current day MCU happenings, we can get information on that. Loki could make an appearance because of the TVA, because of Kang, although I'm going to go ahead and say that's also highly unlikely, as we'll be waiting for him to show up maybe in Deadpool now, but also in Loki Season 2, also releasing during Phase 5. Overall, there are a lot of really cool characters confirmed, some really cool actors confirmed, which we don't know their characters just yet, and a lot of more exciting surprises to be coming around the corner as A, the movie comes out, and B, we get all these awesome TV spots. So turn on that notification bell and subscribe, as we will be posting them here, talk about theories, rumors, news, and updates as we lead into Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Thank you guys so much for watching to the very end of the video. Go ahead and hit that like button to celebrate, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one right here on Cosmic Culture.